as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they're brought out by a quarterback celebrating a decade now as an NFL starter. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL Draft, it's Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Another run for Williams. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Nickel set here from the Raiders. 3rd down. Dak now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Cowboys.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he gets it forward and still about a yard out of that. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They pick the hands off. Now Prescott. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Raiders with an extra DB out there. 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Cowboys putting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out, you and I have both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
The most passing yards of Geno's career, that would be over 4,300. Also came in a little uptick in interceptions, especially in the red zone. But that didn't bother Pete Carroll, He knew exactly who he wanted to restart their culture in Vegas, and that guy is Geno Smith.
Smith start with a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or what make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Second down now, they need 7. And first carry here for Ashton Genty. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they could be facing third down to begin this ball game.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Throwing on third, Smith. Finds Genty underneath. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
All right. Now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start, Brock. Last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
And off to Genty. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. They brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Play action. Here's Smith. Throwing left side. Bowers has it. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end, because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, Genty. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Play stopped by Damone Clark. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another give here to Genty. He didn't take it past the midfield stripe, but start to push into Cowboys territory. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Smith on 3rd and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Escapes the defender. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first. Shoot a nice little run to set the table.
Second and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is second and 3. From the gun is Prescott. He's running with it. And Prescott finds him a first as he slides down to end the run.
A 7-yard gain.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. From the gun, a carry by Williams. No question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. And he busts those tackles.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They stay on the ground with Williams. Down the sideline to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he is into the end zone. Quintelis touchdown. The Cowboys go up 6-0 here in the first. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Dylan Laube on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. First play is going to be again to Genty. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11. Thornton in motion right. From the gun, Smith. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Completed over the middle. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Cavante Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I love that jet sweep for so many different reasons, Kate. But I really love when you get your athlete coming across, building up speed, so you can take off once that edge is set. He gets to that field, turns that type of run into a highlight reel run.
Prescott on 1st and 10. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st down, here's Dak. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. A handoff for Williams, running left. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pass is cut at the 9. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Draw play. This is Williams. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running a draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator, he's going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before it could get started.
That one connects. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Williams. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cowboys pull out in front further, 13-zip. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14.
Raiders, nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Laube with the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. He keeps it and takes off. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Smith on 1st down. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Play fake. Here's Smith. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Gain of 12 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hold in by Lockett, right side. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Brought down by Deron Bland.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Smith. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for Raiders 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, here's Smith. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Raiders 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Well, you can see he gets the ball and he sees the defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Motion man sent left. Out of the gun, here's Smith.
That may have been a situation, you look back on it, he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Third and goal, they need 3 yards here. Trying to get it with the option here. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, came 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to try and backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Carlson's kick is good. And that gets him back to within 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Prescott here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Dak now from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. Back deep for the Raiders, Trey Tucker. Pulled in at the 20. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Jeanty from the gun. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Smith to the air now. Complete here to Bowers. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They go play action. Here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
If you're going to go play action, Kate, you've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Smith in the pistol. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
22 yards. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Kate, we see it every week in the NFL. So many of these defenses are predicated on not giving up the big play. So when you get a chunk play, yards like that thrown into double coverage to your tight end, you will take it every time and twice on Sunday.
And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Zone read, they'll give it to Jeanty. He's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, Smith. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for Raiders first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the option, it's Jeanty. Offense wins zone read, but what a read by the defense. They blow it up for a loss of 4. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
They've got a man in motion. Looking to throw, Smith. Hits him on the in route. And talk about a good game when they needed it. That's 13 on 2nd down. Now only a yard to go here on 3rd.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders with first and 10. Here's Smith. It's a screen play to Genty. And he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. First and goal coming up.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. But so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Here's Genty. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Throwing from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. The 50. 30. Into the red zone. And he's going to score. Pick 6 for Dallas. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys push their lead to 18. Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's White on the return. Jukes away from one. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Now Smith coming off that pick. He passes the 35. And finally they take him down at the 36-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. Smith. And he put everything he's got behind it. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Kyer Elam makes the play. And the Cowboys bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Well, as if this one wasn't tough enough, it's another possession lost as he is picked off once again.
I think what I'm looking for here, what everybody's looking for in the building, what kind of fight do you have? Because a couple of turnovers in a row can take it right out of you, especially the deficit you find yourself in.
Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw. They set up a screen here to land. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Set it downs for him at the 38. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. It's Pickens on the slant. And they take him down right along the 30.
Play to George Pickens. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Another throw for Prescott. To the left and reeled in by Ferguson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Aubrey puts it through. And that stretches the lead to 21. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Just hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Laube with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun give here to Genti. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. first down. Smith to throw. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. A solid gain right up towards that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
They give up the guts. It's Genty. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Smith back to throw. Setting up the screen. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Air it out on 3rd. Throws caught. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. 4th down. He calls his own number on the option. They blow this play up. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
The Cowboys offense headed out there. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Now here's Prescott. He has him on the quick hitter. He gets it up a little shy of midfield. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. On the move, past the 40. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Short pass brought in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Third and just 2 to go. Running for the marker with Williams. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Going to the ground again on first. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
To throw is Prescott. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Aubrey puts it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
To kick off for the Cowboys.
Laube with the return. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Raiders and running back Ashton Genty headed back out there. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
I got him, on me.
And off to Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Caught quick right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Cowboys bringing out an extra defensive back on 3rd. Throwing is Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for Raiders first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Smith. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him.
me? Really? Are you kidding me?
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, it's Smith. Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, he puts him there under this one, right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Couldn't find Jack Besh on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Completed here to Tolbert. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
That's caught by Williams. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. It was there, but it couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now it's Prescott again. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
First down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Dallas.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Williams fields the pitch. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
He was brought down by Eric Stokes. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Dak off the play fake. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. From the gun is Prescott. Drops this one down here for Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. First down, here's Dak. This is complete to Ferguson, out left. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Second and 6 coming up here. Dak throwing again. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and inches.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Prescott to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Cowboys football, and they should be able to coast through the 4th with that kind of lead. To the line and set. Here we go. First down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
We call that jet sweep. You're looking for a little bit more than that. But at least it keeps him on schedule and didn't go backwards.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
He's going to keep this one. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. That's another first down. 2 yards on the play.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys keep running away with this. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead.
Raiders 3.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Laube with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. It really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that takes them to 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's not going to show up as an interception on the stat sheet, but with all these next-level stats we have today, Kate, that's what you call a turnover-worthy play. And there have been way too many of them in this one.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. To the left and reeled in by Ferguson. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
2nd and 3 now. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys are running them out of the building. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner. But, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again.
Raiders 3.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's White on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Smith in the pistol. Got a man, it's Dante Thornton Jr. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
First down, Smith to throw. We go to Genty on the dump off. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the center forces a now tougher 3rd down.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on 1st, and then we go backwards on 2nd, Kate. I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on 3rd down.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Third and long, they're going to throw. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. From the gun, Smith. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. 1st and 10 from the 41. Draw play, this is Williams. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Prescott, a quick throw, complete. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he stopped after a gain of about 5. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Another run for Williams. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Prescott here from the gun. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal now as they try to pile on further. Now Prescott. Drops back. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
That right there, Kate, that right there has all the armchair quarterbacks going. Why didn't you run it? Because you take a risk when you throw it. And if you take a sack, well, now you got to kick the field goal. If you would have pounded the football, got a little bit closer, you at least give yourself a decision on 4th. I don't think you do now.
To 4th down, brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This from just 23 yards away. Aubrey puts it through. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Here's White on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Smith back to throw. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas 1st down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along midfield strike.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century. And it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Smith. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And that's at quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Looking to throw, Smith. Finds him over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 8.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders trying to do some window dressing. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Man in motion here. 3rd and long for him here. It's complete. This is Bowers. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Smith setting the throw. It's a screen play to Genty. And in for the touchdown. The Raiders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders cut into the lead by another point.
44. Raiders 10.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
For Las Vegas.
Turpin with a return. And he's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott are ready to get back to work. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Makes a tackle. He's still going. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They're going to pass it here. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
37-yard line.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it.
Yeah.
That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
I mean, you put it wrong. 5 minutes.
This is Williams. He's got the first down grab and still going. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And if we're honest, Brock, you and I could have been making dinner plans well before this one wrapped. An absolute show of force to win this one by the margin they did. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.